12 News at 10 with Mark Curtis and Caribe Divine starts now.
And we begin tonight focusing on a spike in school threats here in Arizona. After putting parents on edge last week, those threats are continuing to plague Arizona schools. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Caribe Divine.
I'm Mark Curtis. West Valley law enforcement officials are now teaming up to explain how these threats are investigated. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra spoke with some understandably concerned parents tonight. She's in Buckeye with the story.
The parents who attended this meeting had a lot of questions about the threats made against their children's schools last week, but more than anything, they wanted to be reassured that their children are safe in the classroom. Concerned parents filled the cafeteria of Blue Horizons Elementary School Tuesday evening.
The safety of my children is first and foremost.
Hoping the officials on stage could offer some clarity after a terrifying week.
It's hitting a little too close to home.
The Buckeye Police Department says they received over 300 reports from concerned citizens about threats of school shootings last week. Chief Bob Sanders says the main threat started in Ohio, but was reposted and modified in Arizona. None of it turned out to be true.
All threats we consider credible. They're all concerning, and we understand that there's parents out there worried about their children.
Still, this shook the community. Buckeye Police increased officer presence on campus, and some parents chose not to send their kids to school.
I just kept them home. They can't be harmed there.
Both Chief Sanders and school administrators stress there is zero tolerance for people who create or share any threat.
They will be aggressively disciplined.
Police arrested 2 Buckeye students after they allegedly made false reports that led to chaos on campus.
One was a student who posted a picture of a handgun. It ended up being a BB gun, but we can't determine that over a picture. And then the other one was a student who claimed he saw a gun on campus.
But officials want to make clear reporting possible threats is encouraged.
The more eyes and ears we have in this world today, looking out for all of our safety, the better it is for everyone.
Although these threats didn't have any credibility, administrators say it's a good reminder of the policies they have in place to keep students safe, including school resource officers and lockdown procedures. A reminder parents say they needed to hear tonight.
I'm trying to just have faith that knowing that my kids are safe when they're at school and I'm a phone call or a text message away.
And school administrators encourage parents to go home and talk to their kids about some of the safety measures that were discussed here tonight. In Buckeye, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
All right, Gabby, thank you. Happening right now in Tempe, police are investigating a crash that left 1 person dead and 2 others seriously injured. It happened just before 6 p.m. on the on-ramp of the Loop 202 at Priest Drive. It is unclear what caused the crash, but police say that impairment was not a factor. Stay with 12 News for more updates.
Also developing tonight in Tempe, police continue to search for the shooter who opened fire inside Arizona Mills Shopping Center this past Friday. Police say the shooting happened in the mall's busy food court area. Thankfully, despite all the chaos, no one was hurt. Tempe police are asking for the public's help as they look for a suspect. Anyone with video or photos from the mall or food court between 7 and 8 o'clock Friday night is asked to call Tempe police. Investigators say you can remain anonymous. A crowd gathered in Phoenix this evening to honor a police officer who made the ultimate sacrifice. A vigil taking place for fallen Phoenix police officer Zane Coolidge, who was killed in the line of duty earlier this month. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly joins us live near Maryland Avenue and the 51 after talking to some of the folks who came out to pay their respects tonight. Chase?
Mark, that's right. And everyone we spoke with tonight said it was all about honoring Officer Zane Coolidge and his sacrifice to the community. But they also said that it was also about showing the support to his family, letting him know that the community is behind them during this terrible time. Just outside the Mountain View precinct where Officer Zane Coolidge worked.
Thank you, officers that are here and the ones that are not.
A vigil to remember his dedication of service to the community.
I'm praying for his family, and I'm letting him know that everyone out here is there for him.
It was organized by the Phoenix Block Watch Advisory Board. A.J. Marston says as much as this is about honoring Coolidge, it's also about showing support to his loved ones, including his wife and 5-month-old baby girl.
Our heart obviously goes out to the loss for his family. They're now on a journey without Zane.
It was 2 weeks ago when Officer Coolidge, a 5-year veteran of the department, and his partner, Officer Matthew Haney, were both shot near 16th Street and McDowell Road while responding to a burglary. They were taken to the hospital. Haney was released the next day, his ballistic-proof vest saving his life. But just a few days later, Coolidge unfortunately died from his injuries.
And as it unfolded and we heard that we lost Officer Coolidge, it was just devastation upon devastation.
Which is why being out here, lighting candles, saying prayers, and being together was important for everyone.
This is the very least we could do, is to be out here for them.
And while they may have not known him personally, they will never forget what Coolidge did for the community.
These people here fell in love with this officer, and they came out to honor him.
His sacrifice, making them want to do better and making their own neighborhoods safer.
Just have to step it up, and you see something wrong, you say something.
Now tomorrow, Officer Coolidge will be laid to rest in a private service just for family and loved ones. However, the Phoenix Police Department said that they will be live streaming the service for those who want to attend virtually. You can find that information on our website. For now, we're live in Phoenix. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
All right, Chase, thank you. New at 10, the City of Surprise voted tonight to change a rule on public speakers at city council meetings. It comes after a woman was arrested while speaking at a meeting back in August. At that meeting, Rebecca Macy spoke during the public comment period, criticizing the city attorney's salary. The mayor ordered the police to escort Macy out, citing a rule that says a speaker cannot use their time to complain about a city employee. She was cited for trespassing. At tonight's meeting, council members unanimously voted to repeal that rule.
All right, let's check in with meteorologist Lindsay Riley for your weather impact forecast. And Lindsay, I walked out after the 6 o'clock news tonight to go get a bite, and it was just that perfect temperature.
It was perfect. No need for a jacket this evening. Just beautiful weather, crystal clear skies, and temperatures very comfortable. The official high today, 93. It was our first double-digit high since May 26, 113 days in a row of triple digits. That came to an end. 83 degrees now. We're down to 48 in Flagstaff and 39 degrees at the Grand Canyon. Temperatures will be cool out the door tomorrow. Lots of 60s for temperatures at about 6 to 7 a.m. tomorrow around the valley. These are the statewide temperatures. 54 tonight in Payson, 40s closer to the White Mountains, and 30s in some cases across far northern Arizona. Now here's a look at our 12 News exclusive monsoon meter. In terms of rainfall, there's not going to be any. We're going to have zeros on the monsoon meter through the upcoming weekend. Very dry pattern in store. But the big story is we finally broke that long triple-digit stretch, the longest ever here in Phoenix. Caribe.
All right, Lindsay, thank you. Now to Decision 2024, amid an issue with voter registration data for nearly 100,000 Arizona voters.
A computer error is to blame, and the timing, of course, could not be worse. We're less than a month away from mail-in ballots going out. All 98,000 people affected are registered voters. The question tonight is, under state law, which ballot can they legally fill out? 12 News journalist Bram Resnick explains.
The voter registration issue goes back 20 years, according to Maricopa County and state elections officials. That's when Arizona began requiring proof of citizenship in order to vote in state and local elections. But a computer coding problem resulted in 98,000 longtime voters being marked as eligible for the state and local ballot, even though they had not provided proof of citizenship. Without that proof, those longtime voters could vote the federal ballot only for president, the Senate, and Congress. According to the Secretary of State, affected voters are ages 45 to 60. The largest slice, 37%, are Republicans. They were issued driver's licenses before October 1996 or obtained a duplicate, and they registered to vote after January 2004.
We are going to keep the public informed. We're going to let you know what is happening. And we're going to try to reach a resolution that it is as fair as possible to Arizona's voters.
The Arizona Supreme Court has now taken up the case. The justices were given two options: let the 98,000 voters vote the full ballot or limit them to the federal-only ballot.
Bram Resnick, 12 News.
All right, Bram, thank you. And meanwhile, today is National Voter Registration Day. And with less than 50 days until the election, we're dedicated to making sure that your voice is heard. Now, the deadline to register is about 3 weeks away. 11:59 p.m. on October 7th, to be exact. If you want to register to vote or you want to check your registration status, just go to arizona.vote. Early ballots will start going out to voters on October 9th, and if you vote by mail, officials recommend that you send your ballot back at least 7 to 10 days before the election to ensure that it arrives by Election Day.